And I was like, okay, no problem. We got you, girl, we got you. And a few minutes later, she's like, never mind, I'm on my way. So, I mean, just know she's not even in her, you know, she's not even feeling good, y'all. So I just want y'all to send love out to her as she stands up in here and gives us this information, because I'm really proud of her. She is literally an amazing family and such a good leadership.
As she said, my name is Alisha Keleshain, and a little bit more about my history. I had actually battled something with my stomach for over 3 years, and I resulted in the hospital 22 times. And I don't even want to begin to tell you what the expenses were medically, but nobody could diagnose what was wrong, and I kept getting scan after scan. Nobody could find what was wrong. As she mentioned, there was one time my husband, it was in his last week of living, he was on one floor at MD Anderson, and I ended up in their emergency room and finally admitted. But we didn't know what was going on, but thankfully, we have a wonderful Lord and Savior. He put a doctor in my path in August, and I was diagnosed with a very, very rare form of cancer. It was Ollinger-Ellison syndrome. Only 3 lucky people out of 1 million get this. And then he finally figured out what it was. So plans were put in place in August for me to receive a very radical surgery where they take everything out, cut out what's bad, and put everything back in. And as she mentioned, I was in the hospital for over a month with a feeding tube, or I think Holly would have brought the products up to me before then. But I was not allowed to take anything by mouth. But because of these products, I do believe in God's divine appointment of putting this business and this product in our path. I was able to get my feeding tube out. I was able to get that nasty feeding tube out 2 weeks early. So that was pretty exciting. So let me just say, first of all, I am not a doctor and I don't play one on TV. So we're going to talk about digestive health. I do have some experience with this. So think about who do you know that's been affected with acid reflux? I know our son actually had to have a surgery because of acid reflux. IBS, Crohn's disease, gout, constipation, colon or rectal cancer. Colon or rectal cancer is actually the 3rd most common cancer in men and women, excluding skin cancers. And if I had not had my tumors removed, mine could have turned into full-blown pancreatic cancer, which we know is very, very deadly. So how many Americans are actually affected by some sort of bout with stomach issues? It's actually, I don't know if you can guess, 100 million. And that's annually. And at a cost of 141.8 billion, and that was in 2004. And I can assure you, mine is close to 1 million of that. So as you can see, the digestive system has many, many facets involved in it. Our digestive health is really, it's essential for our overall health. Part of our primary sense of immune defense is actually 70% comes from our digestive health. And as they say, you are what you eat. And in American society today, we don't, for the most part, have a very good diet. I know as many of you have seen the studies with McDonald's foods that, for 2 to 3 years it looks almost the same as it did when they purchased it. Our foods just aren't what they were, with all the chemicals and things. And with that less ideal diet, our body has to work harder to break down the food and absorb nutrients. So would you agree we have a lot of work to do? Yes. One thing I do want to caution you is, because we are not doctors and we don't have FDA approval, we cannot say these products will cure anyone. If you'll notice in all of the books and the readings, the research, they say aid in or support in. So please be cognizant of that when you're talking to someone. So it's a very complex process. It's actually 6 steps. Ingestion, mechanical digestion, that's where you're swallowing. Chemical digestion, which is where the enzymes actually start to break down chemical bonds. Secretion, absorption, and defecation. So these are 2 examples of a healthy intestine and a constipated intestine. I want you to think about what you've been eating and how your diet is and your supplements, and think about which of these do my intestines look like. So in maintaining digestive health, maintaining immune health depends upon a combination of optimal bacteria. Often you hear bacteria is a bad thing, but we actually have many good bacteria in our body. And more importantly, the maximum nutrient absorption. I know there's many illnesses that actually I had lunch with a friend yesterday, and my friend told me that she can't, because of her illnesses, her body doesn't absorb the nutrients. So people need aid in that to support that. And if you'll notice, these products actually have top 5 and top 10 customer rating. And you can see the seal when you log in to purchase the products. The customers can actually see that seal. So where do we start? First, we need to start off with a good foundation. Start off nutritionally sound. And how do we do that? First and foremost is our aloe. This is one of the products that I started with. We actually have digestive enzymes and probiotics. But I started with the aloe. It comes in powder and liquid. And in our bottles, we have cranberry apple, natural, strawberry kiwi, and pomegranate. And it's important to note that if you're dealing with anybody that has diabetes or cancer, you should recommend the unflavored because it has less sugars. Our aloe juice, I'm not going to read all of these, but obviously it supports a healthy digestive tract. It promotes normal healing. It actually contains over 200 nutrients and 20 amino acids and 14 minerals. We use only certified whole leaf aloe, and it's also often referred to as a pharmacy in a bottle. Someone was just sharing their testimony with me tonight where they had a really bad burn. I think it was a 2 or 3 burn, and they stuck their finger in the powder, and the pain went away, and within 4 or 5 days it was completely gone, no evidence of a burn. I know many of us have used an aloe plant. We do not recommend that you ingest aloe. It will make you go to the bathroom more times than you prefer. But our aloe is not the normal aloe, and you'll hear that from many people and many products. But our products actually have the aloe seal. It's located on the back that certifies our aloe. And the one thing great about these is the IASC seal. We also have the liquid form of aloe, which is much more bioavailable, kind of like our isotonics. It absorbs directly into the nutrients, or into the bloodstream. Next is our digestive enzymes. These come from the pancreas, and they kind of work like Pac-Man in breaking down the food. They contain glutamine, which glutamine is the new go-to word in nutritional society today. But as you age, and I didn't know this, but our body's ability to make certain digestive enzymes decreases. And so it's important to add these to your supplement regimen. They're designed to replenish essential digestive enzymes. And I was not a vitamin taker before my sister brought these products to me, and thank you, Brandy, again. I didn't take vitamins. I encouraged everybody else in my family to take them, but I didn't want to mess with them. But I assure you, I don't leave my house, and if I do, I go back and take them before I actually get it going. Digestive enzymes, they can be actually taken with food or without. There's pros of taking it before food and after. We have 3 forms, a bottle, packets, and DNA miracles. And speaking with some of the gurus in our company, they actually recommended the DNA miracles because it's uniquely formulated to work in the digestive support system for children, but it supports the normal digestion of dairy and gluten. But the DNA Miracles actually has the greatest variety of enzymes. And I didn't bring a sample of that with me today, but I can assure you I'm ordering it tomorrow. Probiotics. What are probiotics? They're beneficial bacteria and yeast that work together to maintain that optimal bacteria balance. You've heard about pH balance. You don't want your pH too high and you don't want it too low. You want it right there in the middle. And these products actually help balance your pH because you don't want to be too acidic. They're naturally found in our body anyways, but as I mentioned, these things start to decrease as you get older. They're also found in yogurt, chocolate, and fiber. I know every woman's going, yay, I'll just eat chocolate. But how do they work? They actually help replace the good bacteria and help balance the good and the bad. They actually help move food through your gut. So our probiotics, our Nutri-Clean probiotics provide 10 different strains and 10 billion active probiotic organisms. So it's kind of like if you think about a flu shot. Flu shots are targeted towards one strain. With these products, it approaches several different strains. And they're targeted for numerous areas of the digestive and immune health. Our products, unlike most others, ensure that the live bacteria that it's made with on the day it leaves the warehouse is the same that you're going to get when you take it. And that's because of the BioTrack technology. It is a patented delivery system that protects probiotic organisms from the stomach acid on their way to the intestinal tract. We actually also have a kit. And one thing important to note about this is you can actually save about 22% by purchasing the whole kit rather than buying them separately. So it's important to point that out to your customers because everybody likes to save money. But our health kit does all three. It maintains the digestive and immune health, depends on a combination of optimal bacteria balance and maximum nutrient absorption. And if you want more information, I'll send you where I got my information. First is Dr. Ed's, his Facebook page, Dr. Ed's Health or Else. But we also have a resource that I wasn't aware of. It's gonowresources.com and lifestylesunlimited.com. You can actually print out material because a lot of people want to hear the top features and benefits, but there are some people, those personalities that want to know more specific. And you can get a lot of more specific information on these sites. And then the statistics came from CDC